Good morning, everyone. We'll call this meeting to order. First order of business is disclosure of pecuniary interest and general nature thereof. Seeing none, I need a motion to move into committee of the whole.
Ketchabah.
Moved by Ketchabah, seconded by
Purcell.
Deputy Warden McPhail.
Yes.
Councillor Purcell.
Yes.
Councillor Martin.
Yes.
Councillor Marks.
Yes.
Councillor Jones.
Yes.
Councillor French.
Yes.
Councillor Jaguar.
Yes.
Councillor Ketchabah.
Yes.
And Mr. Warden.
yes.
9-0, the motion is carried.
Thank you. We'll move into reports of staff. Julie, you're doing this one?
Sure. Thank you, Mr. Warden, and good morning, everyone. Through you to members of County Council, we certainly appreciate Council's flexibility as we call yet another special meeting in our response to COVID-19 in our community. Today, we are presenting a temporary mandatory face covering bylaw in enclosed public spaces. And this is in support of the letter of instruction that was issued by the Medical Officer of Health for Southwestern Public Health. And that letter of instruction was issued on July 30th, 2020. The Medical Officer of Health, Dr. Locke, recommended that municipalities pass a bylaw for a consistent approach to face coverings across the county. I'd like to acknowledge the great work of the county solicitor who drafted the bylaw that is included in your package today while he was on vacation. I'd also like to acknowledge the great work of our local municipal partners who were supportive of a countywide approach as much as possible to mandatory masking. So it is recommended that the report be received and filed, and that bylaw 2038, being a bylaw to temporarily require the use of face coverings within enclosed public spaces, be approved and enacted. Should you have any questions about the report or the bylaw, we would be pleased to respond to them now. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Julie. The only question, I didn't see anything about exemptions. On this, the Middlesex County had a bit of an issue where they were I think someone was overzealous about the face covering, and he was an individual that I think he was on oxygen or something of that nature, where they couldn't wear a face covering. Should we have something there for exemptions? If there is there, I didn't see it.
Mm-hmm.
The exemptions are through you to council. The exemptions are in section 3B, which relates to a person, where a person there are exemptions, including children under the age of 2 years, under the age of 5 years, chronologically or developmentally. Under the age of 5 years, persons who are unable to wear a face mask as a result of medical condition, and then persons engaged in sports. So there are a number of exemptions under section 3B, which follows the requirement for wearing the face covering.
Okay, thank you. I missed that. Any other questions? One more from me. Now, the lower tier do not have to pass a bylaw, but they may if they wish. Is that correct?
Again, that through you to council, that is correct. There, if you look to section 2, the application section, the bylaw indicates that it applies to all lands within the limits of the county of Elgin, save and except specified areas, including at this stage St. Thomas, Aylmer, and Dunwich, based upon information that bylaws have been passed or will be passed. If a local municipal partner decides subsequent that it will pass its own bylaw, then this bylaw should be amended, and section 2 would simply add that municipality to the exclusion.
Okay, thanks, Steve. Any other questions? Seeing none, we'll move on to consideration of the bylaws.
Mr. Warden, if we could just receive and file that report and approve and enact.
Okay,
With a mover and seconder.
mover and seconder to receive and file then.
Jones?
Sally Martin.
Moved by Jones, second by Martin. All in favor?
Deputy Warden McPhail.
Yes.
Counselor Purcell.
Yes.
Counselor Martin.
Yes.
Counselor Marks.
Yes.
Counselor Jones. Counselor French.
Yes.
Counselor Jiguer.
Yes.
Counselor Ketchabah.
Yes.
Mr. Warden.
Yes,
9-0, the motion is carried.
thank you. Is there any bylaws?
There are two,
Yeah.
Mr. Warden.
Okay, go ahead.
Be it a first, second, and third read of bylaw 2038, being a bylaw to temporarily require the use of face coverings and related health protection measures within enclosed public spaces during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Mover and seconder for the first bylaw.
Marks?
Moved by Marks, seconder.
Jones?
Jones, all in favor?
Deputy Warden McPhail.
Yes.
Counselor Purcell.
Yes.
Counselor Martin.
Yes.
Counselor Marks.
Yes.
Counselor Jones. Counselor French.
Yes.
Counselor Jiguer.
Yes.
Counselor Ketchabah.
Yes.
Mr. Warden.
Yes,
9-0, the motion is carried.
thank you. Next bylaw.
Be it a first, second, and third read of bylaw 2039, being a bylaw to confirm proceedings of the Municipal Council of the Corporation of the County of Elgin at the August 6th, 2020 meeting.
Thank you. Mover and seconder.
McPhail?
Moved by McPhail, seconder.
Ketchabah?
Jiguer, all in favor?
Deputy Warden McPhail.
Yes.
Counselor Purcell.
Yes.
Counselor Martin.
Yes.
Counselor Marks.
Yes.
Counselor Jones.
Yes.
Counselor French.
Yes.
Counselor Jiguer.
Yes.
Counselor Ketchabah.
Yes.
Mr. Warden.
Yes,
9-0, the motion is carried.
okay. Anything else before adjournment, Julie?
No, that's everything, Mr. Warden.
Okay. Motion to adjourn.
So move.
That Marks? Moved by Marks, seconder.
Martin.
Martin, all in favor?
Deputy Warden McPhail.
Yes.
Counselor Purcell.
Yes.
Counselor Martin.
Yes.
Counselor Marks.
Yes.
Counselor Jones.
Yes.
Counselor French.
Yes.
Counselor Jiguer.
Yes.
Counselor Ketchabah.
Yes.
Mr. Warden.
Yes,
9-0, the motion is carried.
okay. Good meeting, folks. Thank you all for attending. You can go back to your regular schedule. Take care.
Thanks,
Thank
everyone.
you.